Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And so today, I was just sort of scattered. So I am using cards to help me get the energy, but my face has not stopped itching all day. And so I feel like these cards were totally the way to go anyway. Look what you have. So, you have the 6. You have the love. This is the overall energy card for the week. But this 6 is about making choices and decisions in love. This doesn't necessarily mean love is coming or love is going. It's about making a decision that affects the people in your life that you care about. So, sometimes it's a choice between 2 people, 2 situations. God, my face. Sometimes it's about a career choice that affects your family. It's a decision that's really important and affects the people that you love the most, or who are your family, or that you care about, or it affects the circle. Oh my gosh, I'm so itchy. All right, let's just see what else Spirit wants to talk about. So we're talking about love, we're talking about choices, we're talking about major decisions. Let's see what else we get here. While Spirit gets ready to give us the information, I do want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, to help me move my life forward. Help me move my life forward. Thank you. Yes, you do. You're helping me grow my channel. Wow. I told you, scattered. Really scattered. I even took a nap before I got started. I don't know that it helped, except that the messages have been amazing. So I guess it did. It's just not me. So I do want to remind you to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. You get more of a 3D view, right? The sun is, okay, good. I'm hoping we get a little more guidance here. I'm just looking for a little more help because these cards aren't really telling me what's going on. So, oh, wow. All right. So sun sign. It's who you are inside. It's how you view the world. Your moon sign is how you react and respond to the energy around you. It could be the energy from the moon. It could be energy from other people. It could be energy from situations. And your rising sign is your personality. It's how you meet and greet the world. These. Let's get into this. Wow. Okay, Leo. All right. So, this was the card that came out next. First, whatever, however you want to look at it. Okay, so this card right here says that you have a lot of things going on and you don't want to make a decision. So you're being called to make a decision, to make a choice, and you are fighting it. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to deal with it. That's harsh energy. That's difficult energy. It has to do with community of some sort, and this makes it harder. So it's family, it's friends, it's relatives, this is that 3 of Cups energy. So it could be that there is a group of people in your life that you need to make a decision about something that's going to affect them. I feel like this is who it's going to affect, is your family and your friends, because we got that, and then that was followed up by the marriage card. And so I feel like you don't want to deal with this choice, this decision, because it's going to affect family and friends. And I just think that you're avoiding making a decision that you kind of got to make. And I think you need to stand your ground. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a popular decision, and maybe that's why you're avoiding making it. Maybe you're worried about the consequences and the way people are going to perceive you, or the situation, or the outcome, or the fallout. That's the word I'm looking for, the fallout from this decision. And so you've been trying to put it off or trying to find another way, but I think that at this point, there might not be another way. There might not be another way to do that. I just think I want to get that up just a little bit more. So, wow. That's tough. That's tough energy. All right. All right, Leo. So Sunday, the moon is in Pisces. And that's about wisdom and that's about gratitude. It's like taking your life experiences and learning the lessons from which creates the wisdom and using that wisdom and looking around and seeing what are you grateful for in those lessons, because they aren't all easy, right? The really hard lessons are the ones we learn the most from. So being grateful for what you have, being grateful for what you've learned, and all this is going on in your 8th house of transformation. So this is important stuff. This wisdom, this choice. This is big stuff. Wow. Oh, okay. I feel like you're walking away from a group or a relationship. The group could be work, because we've seen that coming. It could be a situation at work. It doesn't have to be family. So if you leave a job, it might be why you don't want to worry about the bills. That would affect your family. That would affect the group of people that you hang out with. But maybe something happened at work and you just can't deal with it anymore. And so it's a choice that you're going to make that's going to affect the finances of your family. And so it could totally be something like that. But what you're doing is you're going to feel isolated. Because we have solitude that came out and the dry desert. Like that's that 7 of Wands energy. That's that doing what's the right thing to do, but feeling like you're out there on your own and nobody's got your back. But I just want you to understand that it is in the solitude that we get in touch with spirit. It is in the solitude that the growth happens. It is in the solitude that the wisdom happens, that the transformation happens, because it is in the quiet that we can hear the whispers of spirit. That's where it's in the silence. It's in the solitude. So either you need some space, some peace and quiet to make this decision, which is very likely what this is, or you feel like once you've made this decision, you're going to feel isolated and alone. But you're not going to be isolated and alone, because you're being protected. And that moon moves into that 9th house of spiritual communication, long distance travel, research on Tuesday. It's about how protected you are in this decision. You are being protected. And I know there's some resistance, and I feel like it's you. I think you're resisting the change. You're resisting making the choice and the decision. You really don't want to deal with it because you really don't like where it's going to take you. But I think you need to surrender into making this choice and decision. You've been standing there going, I don't want to put up with this anymore for so long. But I feel like it has something more likely to do with career than anything, because at the end of the week, of course, we have the career and the group activities. But it might be in the career and the group where you find the solace, where you find the support. Because if it's a matter of the family or a relationship, then maybe throwing yourself into work is the thing. And if it's a work thing, then, throwing yourself into the family so that you don't feel so alone, so you don't feel so isolated. You have rejoice. This is beautiful. I think that once the decision is made, you are just going to feel so much better. There is this release that comes from this. This is also birds of a feather, right? This is 2 people. This is a couple. It says rejoice. So if you're leaving a relationship, I think the good news is there's somebody better for you coming along. You can't get there if you don't let go of the bad relationship. That's number 1. Number 2, if this is a work situation, then you have love and support at home or with your significant other or with your group. Whatever it is, you're not as alone as I think you think you're going to be. Whichever scenario this is. On Friday morning at like 12:40 2 in the morning or something really bright and silly early, the moon moves into Taurus. And that's a career sector for you. And so I think that, you go in on Friday feeling like a burden's been lifted off of you. Like, you may make the decision earlier in the week, but maybe you don't say anything, or maybe you go in and say, take this job and shove it because it's Friday, right? On Saturday, the moon is void of course from like 6 p.m. until around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. So that's not a good time to make any decisions, but up until then, sure. And for some guidance on that, you have Archangel Gabriel's dragon. Okay, Archangel Gabriel is all about, that's rules Gemini. It's all about using your throat chakra. It's about speaking your truth. And it says, brings purification, self-deception, self-discipline, will speed ascension. Oh my gosh. Will speed ascension and bring joy. That's that rejoice. Self-purification. You can carry archangels. Gabriel's diamond. Okay. I think that when you push through the resistance, when you speak your truth, when you release yourself from this situation, that's such a burden lifted off. There's a feeling of joy that comes from it. Maybe it's just a kernel down. I think if it's a job, there's definitely like, woo! If it's a relationship, I think that the joy you don't really sense it till much later. Like a significant breakup is never great. But I think that on Sunday you make peace with it. I think on Sunday when that moon moves in Gemini, and that's in your house of group and group activities, and I think that there's a sense of peace. And if you need to get together with the girls or family and friends and chat about it a little on Sunday, I think that's healing for you, and I think you should encourage yourself to do that. I think you should not allow yourself to be isolated if you hate that. And most Leos do. But I do think that it is in the silence that you can then you can have the best conversations with Spirit. It's in the silence that you can hear the messages. That you can feel the messages. Because you're going to hear, feel, or whatever in your heart space. That's where that information can come in. Sometimes you can get up by taking a walk and you get these thoughts, the train of thoughts that start going through your head and you're like randomly thinking about things. For Leo, that's very helpful. But it says here, you have dreams and choices. Make the best choices. Believe in your dreams. And here's the thing about making a choice. It's not always easy to tell if the choice is right. Like sometimes there's like the pros and the cons and you weigh them out and you back and forth, which way should I go with this? Is this right? Is that right? Is this, how do I do it? Whatever. And you can put it on paper all you want, but it's what you feel in your heart that should end up being the final decision factor. But no matter what decision you make, then the next step is to make that decision the right one by doing the things that need to be done to make it work. There are no, I shouldn't put it that way. Quite often, there are no really bad decisions. When things feel so equal, when you've spent so much time thinking about it, and it's thoughtful, then it becomes a matter of what does the heart feel? What really resonates deep down inside? That's where it matters. That's where it counts. And you have Plum, overcoming obstacles. I think Gemini also got this. So if you have Gemini in your chart, make sure you check out that Gemini reading. It was very similar. It was about choices and decisions too. Yes. I think it was Gemini. So if that happens to be, you know, in your chart in Sun, Moon, or Rising, and this is Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo, if you have that combination, this is a big week. Big week for making major choices and decisions that allow you to overcome obstacles, that allow you to move forward. Could have been Aries. Was one of those two. I'm not sure. Check them both out if that has anything to do with your chart. All right. I will talk to you soon, Leo. Looks like a big week ahead. I'm wishing you well. Take care of yourself, okay? But just know that once you make this decision, once you stand your ground, you speak your truth, you make your decision, because this Seven of Wands is also about speaking your truth. That's Archangel Gabriel all over that one too. So standing your ground, speaking your truth, you are being protected and guided. On the other side of this mess is the calm and the peace and the knowledge, the wisdom that you made the right decision. So go for it. All right, I will talk to you soon. You take care.